What's up guys, Germinator here again, and I was going to show you a door, and the door is a creeper face that has lava running down. And the reason why I did that was because somebody had mentioned to me that they thought it'd be cool if it was lava, and I saw somewhere else where they said it'd be cool if it was water. So I thought lava would always be better than water, so in turn I made a lava face creeper door, and I love it. So messed around with it for a while to get it to work, and I made sure it worked in both directionals, so we're good both ways. The buttons have to be they're part of the design, so it does work. Both entrances have the face, so I initially built a door that just had the creeper face on both sides, and then I just converted that design into lava. So the redstone looks like this underneath. So I wanted to make it as compact as possible up top and on the sides. So a lot of the work went on underground. So let me make a cut here, and we'll get to building this thing. Be right back. Alright guys, I'm gonna start. This is one of the more complicated circuits I've done, and I really made sure it was done correctly, so I'm not gonna build it all underground for you, so hopefully you can follow along. Basically, you're gonna start out with two double pistons like that, and this is B ground level right here. So you would dig down 3, put down the 2 pistons, and then you're going to have to dig out from there to make it enough room for you to build this. So you want this to be whatever floor blocks you want for the middle of your door. This would be the middle of it, and it's 3 wide, so that'll be how big your door is, and this will be the middle block of it. And then also realize that this side that I'm working on over here is going to be the back. This over here will be the front, which the back side has an extra block on one of the walls, which I'll explain later. But anyway, this is going to take a little bit, so let's get started. So this is the back of it, and you're going to come to this side, just put a block like that, put a torch on that side, and a torch down there, and then dig a hole here with a repeater down there on 4, and dig a hole here on this side with dust. Leave that block there, dig a hole here, repeater on 4 again, dig a hole here, dust, put 2 blocks here, repeater going to that piston on 2 with dust behind it. Now on this block right here we left, put a sticky piston facing you with a block. Now you'll see that this is actually, if you put a button right here on that where that torch is, hit it. It's a double piston extender, and it's really fast. And this will work off of a pulse, so you want it to go down and up really quick like that. So, because that'll get rid of the lava. So once you have that, next step is going to be come to this block right here. Put a torch right there. And then you're going to want to grab the signal from that torch with the repeater going that way on 4. And then that repeater is going into a block with a torch. Yep, that's what it is, a torch. And then you're going to want to go ahead and put 2 blocks on either side with 2 more torches. And you need blocks on top of those torches. Not like that. There we go. Like that. Because we're going to have pistons right here on all those. So this right here will be your middle blocks right here. You can go ahead and put whatever blocks you want there, and your dispenser is going to sit right there on top of that. So if you want to go ahead and get that in there, go ahead. And then, but back down here, this is going to get a little compact right here. So let's go ahead and build right here. This isn't going to be our input. This block right here, you can actually have your input be that redstone block down there. So if you put a button on that, you'll see that all extended. So to get to that block, just right here where we dug that hole, dig it out like that. So if you put a repeater down there like that, it'll go through that block and control all that. Anyway, so dig this out like that and put a piston down there with a block, and dig this out too and put a repeater down there on 2. Make sure that's on 2. So whenever we send a signal through here, that piston's got to be out for it to keep going, which will control when anyway, I don't want to get too complicated, but it'll control when we want the middle part to take away that lava. We don't want it to run every time, just when it's opening. I'll get more on that later, but for now, let's get to these other 2 torches right here. To control those, you want to come to this side, put a block down here with a torch on either side, like that. And then to control that single block, put a block on that side with a torch right there. Now to control this block, you need dust on this block. So dig this out too and put a repeater right there. And then we're going to put a T flip-flop in right here. So dig a hole right here behind that repeater, put a torch, and then we're going to put our piston, sticky piston right there with a block. And this is going to control, when this block goes over that torch, it'll control these 2 sides of the pistons right here. So put dust right here beside that block, and then count, actually just put a block on top of that dust with a torch on top of that. Now get to where you can put a piston facing down on that torch like that, and make sure that piston has a block. So I'll explain this real quick. This dust, we're going to send a signal into it that controls this torch and that dust at the same time, and it has to be a repeater like that. So when a signal goes through that repeater, it'll hit that dust and that torch at the same time, and send a 1-tick pulse, which I'll show you. So put a repeater there, and then we need a block behind that repeater, and we need dust right here. So now we're going to dig 2 holes like that and put dust like that. So this dust is going to be the main input for their whole circuit. So to test it, just put a block over the top with a button, and you'll see. Watch this block right here. You'll see it gets spat out over that torch every time we hit this button now. So it acts as a T flip-flop. I'm not sure if anybody else created one of those yet, but I came up with that. I thought it was pretty cool. Nice and compact. So anyway, back to what we're doing. What the hell were we doing? So come back over here to this side where this input is, and we're going to add some more pistons in. You're going to need a piston where that top piston is on the double piston extender. You want to have a sticky piston on the top one on each side like that. And you can go ahead and add in your block. Whatever block you want for your creeper face is going to be those 2 blocks. And from this redstone right here, we're going to put a block, so that redstone is going to go through this block and into 2 repeaters like that. It's got to be repeaters, and then into a block that has a torch on it. You can see that'll control that that piston right there. And then on the other side, you also want another torch because we want it inverted. Alright, so from that torch, you want to go into a repeater that goes into a block that goes into a torch. And then from here, from this redstone right here, dig a hole, put a repeater down there, and then you want dust right here. We'll get back to that in a minute. But from this torch, you want to put a block on the top, and then you want to put a block on this side with dust, and then you need a block right here with a repeater, and then you need another block right there with dust. You can see what I mean when it gets a little convoluted here. But from that dust down there that we put a block beside it right there with a torch and a block on top. Now you need 3 blocks like this, and it's going to mirror the other side with 3 torches, and then 3 blocks on top like that. So alrighty, so now you can go ahead and put your pistons in for those like so, like that, and then you can put your blocks in on those, and then your dispenser right there. So it should look like that. Now, if you want to go ahead and put in your stairs for your creeper face, you can go ahead and do that. I like to get those blocks in there like that, and then just put in my down facing stair, and then regular facing stair, down facing, regular, like that. So that's the beginning of it, and then I can fill this in. So, where the hell was I? Yeah, we need to get to this piston right here. Let's check it out real quick. Okay, we got all of them except for this piston right here. So to get power to that piston, just grab the signal from this repeater that's going through that block. So put some dust down below it. It'll also hit right there. Put a repeater right there. It's got to be a repeater with a block with a torch. You can see that'll control that piston. But this also helps us because we need to power that piston down there to be on whenever we want to open the door, and then off when we want to close it. So we do that by putting a torch right here on the side of that block, and then 2 dust like that. But you got to cut that one off with a block like that. So now you can see it'll close, and then when we open it, all those pistons will run to take away the lava, which definitely we want to do. Let's see. So there's that part. That's the main part of it done. The next part is going to be you're going to need to go ahead and start enclosing your door with whatever blocks you want. Like so. Let's just go ahead and do it on this back side. This is the back side. And we're going to want to do it like that. So put a front on your door right there, and I'm going to go ahead and sleep. Why not? Alright. Now, you're going to want to put in a button, and then I have it designed this way, but you can change it if you want. There's one thing you're going to have to remember, though. I put my button right here, like that. So, if you want to try it this way and then just redesign it, that's fine if you want your button somewhere else. But put your... I'm going to start on my redstone 2 down from that button like that. So when you hit the button, it'll go down to that redstone. And then I'm going to take the signal going right with the repeater. And then this repeater is going to be powered down there and up here at the same time. So it'll power both those dusts. You need it like that because you're going to have another block here with another dust, and then cut it off like that. And then you're going to have a block right there, because that dust down there is going to power I'm sorry, you don't need that dust right there. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. It just needs to go, that repeater is going through that block and down there, but that's going through that block into this dust, which powers this block that has a torch on it. And then we're going to take the signal from this torch and lead it up. Like so. Alright, and so from this torch, we're going to, you can see when I hit the button, that torch turns off and back on. So it's going to send a pulse, a quick pulse, and this is what's going to power our dispensers. So we're just going to bring these blocks, and right here you want to do whatever inside the door blocks you want, and then back over to this dispenser. So you're just going to run redstone from here. And that was 1, 2, 3 torches, and then so grab the signal here, run it over to, and then you need a repeater here because if you have dust, it'll mess with this piston here. So put a repeater, and then just run dust all the way over to that other dispenser. Okay. And now from here, you can see it'll control the dispenser every time you hit that button. We're gonna put another button on this side, but I'll get to that in a minute. For now, we need to connect this up. So how we're going to connect this up to this dust is we're going to grab the signal from that block there with a repeater down there like that and put it on 4, and then we're going to run this over to this dust. But you got to be careful not to mess with this. So what I'm going to do is just dig a hole one more down right here, put dust down there, run it over like that, but put a repeater here, and then you're going to cut this one off like that, and then put a block here so it'll get down to that redstone. So put a block there as well. So that'll control all that. Now you see when you hit the button, it'll control all those. And when you open it up, it'll take away the lava too. Okay. So only thing we're missing is these top pistons, which you can put in by, there's 3 of them facing down on each side. If you can get right there, you can put them like that. So it's just one up from that line of redstone we put for the dispensers. Do that on each side. Let me see if I can do it again. Here we go. So 3 of them. And the thing about these is you got to remember to use half slabs. You need half slabs right here on the outside pistons, and then your regular block on the middle one. You can go ahead and put a regular block right here to close that off. Half slabs here and here, regular block, and then you can close that off like that. Okay. The reason why I did half slabs is because the lava shoots out of this, and it's only 3/4 high, so you could see a gap right here if I left it. If I didn't have the half slabs, you can mess around with it and you'll see what I mean. But anyway, to get power to these, you need to come right here to the other side. Let me show you where I'm at real quick. So here's the button that we had earlier. To the left side over here, the opposite of where those torch tower is. Put dust right there on that one, or you can do this one, it doesn't matter. Put a block here with a torch, block on top of that torch on the inside like that, and then we're just going to do actually put a block on top of that torch and then do 2 blocks like that, if that makes sense. And now just run. We're going to cut the signal off so it doesn't. Also, if you want to do a redstone lamp right there in the middle, you can put one in like that, and then just connect it back up. So that way, when it's open, it'll be lit up if you want. But anyway, just cut the signal off of those redstones like that, and then just do that. You don't need it all the way. Just on top of those 3, and then put in your redstone like that, and just lead it to those top of those 3 pistons, over one like that, or you could do it like that or like that. It doesn't matter. Okay, as long as it's connected up there from that torch. So that should be all of them. Let's try it out. So that's how it should look when it's closed. And then that should be how it looks when, I don't know why I'm using that button. You can take that away. So we should use this button now. There we go, close and then open, and then that takes away the lava. So now we're ready to put in our other button. So let's do that. What you need to do is build a wall like I did on the other side real quick, and just do it up so you know where to put your button. And I usually put it right there, so this will be my wall going up, just to quickly do it. So your button go right here, and I usually use a sticky piston on this side to make it as small as possible with a block on it. And then right here you can see you hit the button, that piston shoot that block down. You can use that by putting a repeater here with a block and getting a lever and putting on that block, not a dispenser, a lever, and then turning it on, and then grab the signal on that side. So when you hit the button, you can see it'll light up that dust when it pushes that block down. And then just we're going to lead this over like that, but of course we don't want it to interact with that dust, so you're going to need a repeater there and then another repeater there so it doesn't direct that signal. We want that signal to go into that block there, so we don't want to mess with that, so you need another repeater. So let's see if this works. Alright, closed up. Opened up. You can see some of the action isn't that great, but it works. So there we go. Let me get this crap. Right. So there'd be your floor going around, and oh yeah. So have it open like this before you put in any lava. And another good idea would be to maybe put in some half slabs right here for the time being, just in case something screws up and lava pours out everywhere. It happened to me like 5 times, and I was being stupid and didn't when I was testing with stuff. So put some half slabs there. I'm not going to, because I'm going to risk everything right here. So let me get some freaking lava and let's do this thing. Put some lava in here. Make sure the door is open when you're doing this, or it won't work right. What the hell am I doing? Jesus. Alright. Lava dispenser. Put in lava. Alright. Button. Lava should pour down like that, and then fill in that gap in the middle. Alright, there it is. And then button. Lava's gone. There it is. And then button this side. Lava pours down. Fills in that gap. And then I don't know what. Hold on, let's see something. On this, okay. On this repeater right here, I know we put this one, this is where that torch tower is. Underneath we put that button in. This repeater down here needs to be on 4 too. Both of these need to be on 4. That'll prevent that lava from dropping down like I just saw. Or it should, in theory. Let's try it out real quick before I end it. And there it goes. Alright. So that's it. And now just close her up and you can call it a day. And I hope everybody enjoyed. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.